Have you ever wondered how a war can be cold? What made the Cold War so unique, and why did it have such an enduring impact on the world? Today, we're diving into the icy depths of the Cold War, a period of geopolitical tension that defined the second half of the 20th century. The Cold War kicked off in the aftermath of World War II, around 1945. It was an ideological tug-of-war between the democratic capitalist West, headed by the United States, and the communist East, led by the Soviet Union. This ideological schism didn't just shape global politics, it influenced the behavior of nations worldwide. A key feature of the Cold War was the nuclear arms race. The United States and the Soviet Union were both hell-bent on developing and stockpiling nuclear weapons. This led to a state of mutual deterrence known as mutually assured destruction, or MAD for short. The world was constantly on the edge, breath held, waiting for a nuclear conflict that thankfully never came. While the superpowers avoided direct military confrontation, they did engage in proxy wars around the globe. The Korean War and the Vietnam War are prime examples of this, where the US and the Soviet Union backed opposing sides. These conflicts wreaked havoc in the countries involved, with repercussions felt to this day. The Cold War even extended beyond our planet, sparking a race to conquer the final frontier, space. The launch of the Soviet satellite, Sputnik, in 1957 marked the start of the space race. However, it was the United States that would claim the ultimate prize, landing the first humans on the moon with the Apollo 11 mission in 1969. Back on Earth, the ideological and physical division between the West and the East was described as the Iron Curtain by Winston Churchill. The US implemented a policy of containment aimed at preventing the spread of communism, leading to the formation of alliances like NATO. Periodically, tensions between the superpowers eased, leading to periods of thaw and détente. These periods saw diplomatic efforts to reduce hostility, strategic arms limitation talks, and cultural exchanges. Yet the ideological differences and geopolitical competition always lurked beneath the surface. The Cold War eventually ended with the collapse of the Soviet Union in the early 1990s. The ideological and economic challenges faced by the Soviets, coupled with internal pressures, contributed to their downfall. The fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989 symbolized the end of Europe's division, and the subsequent dissolution of the Soviet Union marked the formal conclusion of the Cold War. So, in retrospect, the Cold War was a time of intense geopolitical tension, marked by ideological conflict, nuclear brinkmanship, proxy wars, the space race, and periods of thaw and détente. Its impact on global geopolitics continues to be felt today, influencing alliances, conflicts, and diplomatic relations. The legacy of the Cold War serves as a stark reminder of the power of ideology and the potential consequences of global rivalry.